What's up, everyone? I know there's always hundreds of videos about this. Every YouTuber has to make a video about E3. But I still wanted to make it because I definitely had some thoughts on some of the E3 presentations. But in particular, I do want to talk about Microsoft's, which premiered yesterday. And my lord, if you had to use the bathroom or just do something and take a break during that presentation, you're out of luck. Because Microsoft was just announcing game announcement after game announcement after game announcement. And I watched it for about an hour, and I was like, "Well, I have to go." But I went back and looked at some of the videos and the games that I missed. But yeah, definitely, this was one of the best E3 presentations so far. I'm still waiting on Nintendo. I want to see what Nintendo does, but compared to Ubisoft and the terrible Square Enix presentation, I mean, Microsoft has done really good. They did a really good job this E3. They did a particularly good job of showing off, all these games coming to Game Pass, as well as Xbox and PC. Now, you do have to take note that all these games shown during Microsoft's presentation are also coming to PC. So if you own a really good PC, there's no reason why you would need an Xbox. But I always prefer consoles. I don't have a fancy PC or anything like that. I really don't have a laptop. I just use my school-issued one. And so I really like my Xbox console that I have. I have an Xbox Series X or not Series X, I'm sorry. I have an Xbox One X because I was never able to get my hands on a Series X. And then I'm hoping that will change soon for when Halo comes out. But yeah, definitely this was an excellent presentation showing off Microsoft's IPs and the studios that they've been acquiring over these past few years. They showed a lot of Bethesda. That was a big deal. But I'm just going to kind of break it down from the beginning to the end. So they started off by showing Starfield, which it's nice to hear and see a little trailer about that game since we only saw a title screen, a few years ago. It was kind of boring. That was kind of a boring start. Since there was no gameplay, there really wasn't much to discuss, and the trailer was a little bit boring, just in my opinion. Then it came over and started showing some gameplay of Stalker 2. Now, I haven't played the first Stalker game. But this game seems pretty cool. It definitely looked really good. And it was nice to see some gameplay right after a trailer, and maybe this presentation wouldn't be all trailers. And then we had Back 4 Blood, which Back 4 Blood looks amazing. It definitely looks like a successor to Left 4 Dead. It's from the people that made Left 4 Dead, so it looks really good, and it's coming to Game Pass. That's another thing. They announced over 30 games, and 27 of them are coming to Game Pass. A lot are coming day one to Game Pass, I'm pretty sure. It's hard to remember now. But like Back 4 Blood's coming to Game Pass, Halo Infinite's coming to Game Pass, Forza Horizon's coming to Game Pass. There's so many games coming. And it's really good to see that that's what Microsoft's pushing. Because like I've mentioned before, they can't push console sales because all their games are also available on PC, as well as now they're doing the cloud service where you can play games on your phone as well. You can stream to your phone. They're trying to get you to play your games anywhere. So they're really just pushing this Game Pass service, which right now is like the best deal in gaming. I mean, you could go and get an Xbox. You don't even need a Series X right now. You could go and get an Xbox and have Game Pass, and you have access to hundreds of games, high-quality games, including all the Xbox, Microsoft exclusives. Like Halo and Forza Horizon, if you're into those type of games. Then you also have a lot of third-party games as well. But so after Back 4 Blood, they showed Contraband, which was honestly pointless because all it did was shown like a title. Contraband, I don't even know what that is. I had to look it up. It's apparently from the people that made Just Cause. It's like a heist game. I thought that was pretty pointless. It's always kind of pointless when they just show trailers and they just show like the title. like a few years ago, Bethesda, Elder Scrolls 6, and then Starfield, and people went kind of, people did go crazy for the Elder Scrolls 6, but it was literally just a title screen. Like, here's the title, and that's it. But yeah, after that, Sea of Thieves, they showed Pirates of the Caribbean, which I guess is cool. I never got into Sea of Thieves. I know some people that really like it, and that's cool that, they're doing the Pirates of the Caribbean thing. Again, it's not really my thing, but that's okay. Then next, they talked about the Yakuza games, which are available on Game Pass. And this got me really excited because now they have Like a Dragon, which is the game I really wanted to play. I actually just installed it just now. So that's really cool. And, again, all the Yakuza games are on Game Pass, saying this is, one of the best deals in gaming. There's so many great games on there, from Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox 360, Xbox original Xbox games. There's just so much to play and a lot of variety for everybody. Battlefield 2042, they showed a gameplay trailer, which that game looks actually really cool. Now, I've heard it's multiplayer only, so they're really going to have to make that, they're really going to have to do really well with that and have different game modes. Now, I've never been a big single-player fan of the Battlefield games. Battlefield 1 had a pretty good campaign, even though it was just a series of levels that weren't connected to each other. But the way they were showing just how terrible World War I was pretty good. Battlefield 5, I never played the campaign for Battlefield 5. I didn't really like Battlefield 5 that much. Played the multiplayer for just a little bit. It just seemed like more Battlefield 1, but it just not as good. So Battlefield 2042, it's hard to get excited about playing that with. Most people only play the multiplayer, but it's $70. Of course, that game's not coming to Game Pass. So, but the weather events were pretty cool. The fact there's going to be 128 players is really awesome. I had a friend who told me, it's hard for him to play the Battlefield games because with so many players, you don't feel like you make much of an impact, which I do kind of agree with. And if they're increasing it to 128, you're really going to feel like you don't really have much of an impact at all. Like, it's never as exciting as the trailer shows. A lot of times I'll just play and I'll just keep dying or whatever, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done. But I don't know. The gameplay trailer made it look really cool with the weather events and such. I just wish it had some kind of campaign for that, which would be nice. I like games that have campaign single player because eventually people are going to stop playing that game and the game's going to be dead. I could go load up Battlefield 1 right now and play the campaign, or Battlefield 5, Battlefield 4, the old Battlefield games, and just play that campaign if I wanted to. Next one was 12 minutes. 12 minutes about a man caught in a time loop. That looks pretty neat. I kind of like those time loop type of media and movies. They're really, I really like that. Psychonauts 2, I forgot about this game. I never actually played the first Psychonauts. I know it's a beloved game, and I know people are super excited that they're finally showing gameplay for it. I can't remember if they showed a release date or not, but that was cool. Then we have the Fallout 76, which at this point I feel like they should just make a Fallout 5 because they keep pushing all these different. Like, they announced 2 different content update, Steel Rain in the Pit, which it was cool to see the Pit because that was back in Fallout 3 expansion. But like that just makes me want to have a Fallout 5, a single player Fallout. Like I played Fallout 76 for a little bit, and the community is what made that game great, even back when it was lacking content, because the players in there were so nice and willing to level up with you, and I had different players, give me stuff, help me build a house, and give me uniforms and stuff. And yeah, so the community is really great on there. And I'm sure that the players that are playing are glad to see some more story expansions. I just kind of wish it was just a new Fallout. And not Fallout 76. Because that just, it's multiplayer only. You don't get to stay in the same server because every time you load up the game, you go to a different server. So you really don't get to see the same people always. And you do get kicked out. I've gotten kicked out a lot of the server. Then, of course, they showed another online Bethesda game, Elder Scrolls Online. Again, at this point, I just want Elder Scrolls 6. I never got into Elder Scrolls Online. I'm sure people that are playing it are glad they're doing more for it. Now that it's going to be on Xbox Series X as well. Next is Party Animals, which, I don't really have much to say about that. It looked kind of weird. The movement, the little animals that you're controlling were just kind of like shaking around constantly. I didn't get that. It looks cute, I guess. I don't really have much to say about it. Hades. Now, I'm not sure, but was Hades a Switch exclusive? I think it might have been, but now it's not going to be exclusive anymore because it is coming to Xbox Game Pass, which is cool because I know that game won a lot of awards. People really love it. Somerville was next, which looks like a kind of like artsy type of indie type of game where you're escorting a family throughout an alien invasion. Looks pretty cool. Looks like some other indie games that I can think of. I can't think of their titles right now, but I know exactly what they're kind of referencing to. Oh, I guess like a game like Inside or something like that. Or Will of the Wisps. Then, of course, it was Halo time, which I was looking forward to that. They showed some trailer of single player. It was not gameplay, which was really disappointing. I really wanted to see an improved gameplay trailer from what they showed last year, and they got so much. They were critiqued, over the monkey faces and the graphics. So I really wanted to see what the updated single player would look like. So that was a little disappointing. They showed the multiplayer reveal, which looks, really cool. It looks like Halo 5 with some advancements. And I know a lot of people didn't like Halo 5 multiplayer. Most people just like Halo 3 multiplayer, the original standard for that. It looks cool. I don't know if it's going to be as exciting as the trailer shows. Again, that's like Battlefield. I'll probably go on there and just keep getting killed. There's only a few multiplayer games I can get really good at. I can get really invested in. Like I was really good at Titanfall 2 for a while. I've been playing Knockout City. I've been getting really good at that. I was never really good at Halo. I grew up with Halo and I was just never good at it. But yeah, it's cool. It's interesting that the multiplayer is going to be free. That's really interesting. Free to play. So we'll have to see what they add to that. What kind of, if they have microtransactions. I know Halo 5 does have microtransactions, I believe. So we'll see. It's cool to see it. A Diablo trailer, which confused me. I thought I was seeing Diablo 4, but it was the Diablo 2, remake, which I forgot, was coming out. Which, I mean, that's pretty neat. I would rather just have Diablo 4. At this point, it just looks like a new game. So you might as well just have made Diablo 4. I thought that's what it was anyway. Part of Diablo 2's charm was its old graphic style. But it's cool to see that have a release date on it. Plague Tale showed a trailer. Looks pretty cool. Never played the first Plague Tale, but I know it's on Game Pass. Should give it a try. Far Cry 6. I already knew about that. They showed off some gameplay. It's a Far Cry game, of course. Slime Rancher 2. Not my thing. I didn't play the first Slime Rancher. I know some people that really like it and they were excited for it. Shredder's snowboarding game. Haven't played a snowboarding game in a while. I thought it might have been like Steep 2 or something like that. But I do like snowboarding games. I think of games like on Nintendo consoles, 1080 snowboarding. Atomic Heart looks like crazy. It was just a trailer, but it kind of looks like Fallout, like a Russian Fallout, and the game looks really cool. Then there was Replaced, which I'm going to be honest, I don't remember anything about that trailer at all. I really don't. It was just another game shown, which this was pretty much the presentation was just game after game after game. So that was shown. They had an update for Grounded, which I played and I really didn't like. But that's cool for people that are playing it. Among Us, really don't care about Among Us. I'll be honest, I really don't care. I just hear about it, from kids all the time, and because I'm a teacher, I hear about it kids at school. Not my thing. Eiyuden Chronicles was shown, which was the only, kind of like Japanese anime style game shown off. This is the kind of thing you'd see at like a Nintendo conference or a Nintendo Direct. Looks cool if you're into that type of thing. A lot of these games, just aren't for me. I do like anime style games and RPG style games, but I like playing those on like my Switch. It's more suited for that. The Ascent coming to Game Pass day one, pretty soon actually. Looks pretty cool. Age of Empires 4. I know people were really excited about that because Age of Empires 2 is a classic. That's a classic Microsoft franchise. It's good to see these different Microsoft franchises being represented. Halo, Age of Empires. Outer Worlds 2 got an announcement trailer. I didn't play the first one, but the trailer was really good. Microsoft Flight Simulator, another Microsoft franchise, first-party franchise being shown off, which is good. That has a release date, and it was showing gameplay trailer. For Forza Horizon 5, this was the big one at the end, another big one. They showed off about a 7-minute gameplay demo. It looks... the Forza Horizon games always look good. The racing games always look good. I always enjoy the Forza Horizon games. Forza Horizon 4 I enjoyed. I liked Forza Horizon 3 better just because of the setting. I like more the beach type setting and the outdoor type setting. Was it Britain? Was it Britain or London? That I don't remember what it was in Forza Horizon 4, but or England. I can't believe I said that. Yeah, England. I think was in Forza Horizon 4, and all of that kind of seemed like the same to me. That environment kind of seemed the same, so I didn't really play that as much as Forza Horizon 3. But the Mexico setting looks really amazing. Just the bright outdoors. It looks authentic. It looks like something I'd definitely be interested in, kind of like the Forza Horizon 3 setting. Then we showed off Redfall, which is a game, an Xbox and Bethesda game. It was just a trailer, so no gameplay, so it's kind of hard to, get excited for it. I mean, it looks really unique and awesome. I don't. It's like kind of like a zombie magician things attacking these people. I'm not really sure what it is really, but anytime they show a trailer, it's kind of hard to get excited because we really just want to see gameplay. But that's how Microsoft ended their conference. And they finished it off by saying 27 of these games are coming to Game Pass. That of the games announced, and that's really just the biggest deal. If you're an Xbox owner, a PC owner, you have Game Pass. It's really one of the best deals in gaming right now, and it's great to just have these games day one. Because I went and looked at like what the prices you'd pay on like for the Xbox store if you didn't have Game Pass, and like for all these upcoming games, it's like $80, $70, $100. Like games are just way too expensive these days. They're the most expensive media outside of like music and movies. People don't even buy music and movies anymore. That's all streamed. So really, streaming is becoming the way of the future. So it makes sense that Xbox is pushing Game Pass so hard, and they don't really care if you buy a console, or not. They just want you to get Game Pass and play their games. So yeah, overall, I thought it was an excellent presentation. It was far cry better from Ubisoft's and just terrible Square Enix presentation. I'm not even going to get into the Square Enix presentation, but yeah, it was truly just an excellent showcase of Microsoft, and really they've come a long way. They're all about the games now. They're all about the gamer. They're really focusing on that, which is good because they didn't always focus on that back when the Xbox One was revealed. No, they were trying to make it an all-in-one entertainment, focusing on TV and sports and all that. And the people that are buying Xbox don't care about that. They just want to play the games. And the fact that Microsoft is showing off, game after game after game shows that they really know what the priorities are these days. And it's really good that they're showing that off. But yeah, if you want to let me know your thoughts down in the comments, just comment down below. Thanks for watching.